Gentlemen, excellent to be back with you on MGTOW Money. Today's topic, FU money and the perfect business. Before I get into that, Happy New Year to all of you. Of course, it's going to be hitting us in less than 48 hours where I'm sitting. I hope you have a great 2021. Obviously, I know a lot of you have struggled. I've had my own issues, but you know what? We're coming out of this stronger. And we're going to be better next year than we were this past year. And most importantly, you're going to put together that perfect business, and I'm going to be talking about in just a moment. Furthermore, let me sincerely thank the newest Patreon investors in this channel, Errol, Geez, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Welcome. Thank you for joining the MGTOW Money army of men that are moving on to FU money, to financial independence. All right, on to today's topic, FU money and the perfect business. Let me start with a little secret, something that entrepreneurs and most people who run businesses never tell you. They never want you to know, or at least they don't fully disclose it. Here's what it is. Starting and running a business sucks. It is really difficult. It is difficult not just starting it, it's difficult sustaining it. And if you don't believe me, look around you at the number of businesses that have probably closed up just this year. And I'm going to get into that in just a moment. But the point is that there are inevitably incredible downsides to running a business of any sort. So let's start out with startup cost. You know, startup costs can be tremendous in a lot of different businesses. Now, I get it. There's thousands of different businesses. But God help you if you really want to start up like a franchise or something. Has anybody looked at starting like a McDonald's or something? You got $1 million, $1.5 million. That's out of pocket just to get going. And then, of course, you've got a cash flow through into the future. Oh, and what about the inventory? You know, a lot of businesses, of course, require some sort of inventory. You've got to have some sort of physical product on hand to ship out to people. My point is that leaving aside the monetary risk, so many things can happen that are outside of your control. You can have this great business plan. Everybody can tell you that's a great idea and it'll definitely work, etc. But as we know, again, after what we've seen this calendar year, things can happen that are completely outside your control. You can have the greatest idea, the greatest business plan, the best everything, the best inventory and whatever, and it still all goes to pot, and you end up losing everything and closing up shop. And by the way, you ever try to manage another person? In other words, you're, quote, their boss. Let me just tell you from my own direct experience, having employees or just having people work for you is, frankly, I'm going to just tell you, get ready. It's a pain in the ass. It is not fun. It is not enjoyable. Most people do not enjoy, quote unquote, managing other people. Oh, and let me also not forget about collections. You ever tried to collect money from somebody who owes you money? Yeah, it's not a good time. And forget the idea of, hey, I'm gonna have rental property. That's gonna be my business. And by the way, I know people, many people who own rental property. Some of them have been very successful. Some of them have commented on this channel. Some of them have not been very successful. But one constant refrain that I hear from them is collections is a very serious issue. And once again, it can be a very serious issue, especially today, if they're quote unquote don't have to pay because of the government regulations regarding you can't foreclose, etc. That can be a real problem if you got a loan on your property, don't you think? Okay, you're the landlord. You can't foreclose on the property to get somebody in there who can pay the rent, but you've got to pay a mortgage on the property. That's a real problem. Another thing, customer complaints and returns. You ever sold something on eBay? Now, fortunately, this hasn't happened to me, but I know this has happened to a lot of guys. They've sold stuff on eBay. The person complains. The person complains to PayPal. They say they didn't get the item. It was defective, whatever, etc. And you know what happens 98% of the time? PayPal refunds the customer and, oh, you're stuck. You're the guy who shipped out the item. You legitimately did everything you're supposed to do. You legitimately created something that was correct and honest, and you get screwed. You, the seller, are screwed. And let me lastly finish. One of the worst downsides that I think for a lot of businesses, not all, but let's say 90% is that you're in a fixed location. Once you open up your doors, you're there. You're there for life. And selling a business, moving and selling a business is, quite frankly, extremely difficult. It is beyond challenging. All right, so let's discuss what is the perfect business, quote unquote, in my opinion. All right, 1, it's got relatively low startup cost. 2, there is no inventory. 3, you've got no employees. There's nobody to manage. It's just you. 4, there's no collections. There's no returns. There's no customer complaints. Wow, what a concept, huh? 5, you can operate this business from anywhere. Did you hear me clearly? From anywhere. As long as you can get internet access, you're in the Antarctic and you got satellite internet coming down, guess what? You can operate this business. So, what business am I talking about? Before I get to that, let me quickly mention some words from our sponsor, in today's case, WeBull. Guys, I've been talking about WeBull for, I don't know, 2 years, a year and a half, 2 years, something like that. Has anybody noticed that the stock market just a couple of days ago once again hit, that's right, an all-time new high? Not a new high for the year, an all-time new high. Gentlemen, I get it. I know. You're making money in cryptos too. Awesome. Spread your money around. Furthermore, I'd also let you know, by the way, you know that WeBull, you've got cryptos available there. You've got multiple cryptos available. You've got multiple stocks available. You want to be making in multiple areas of multiple asset types. Again, done that before. Go right now to the link in the video description. You can get 2 free shares of stock. I said free shares of stock from WeBull right now. Go to the video description, click on the link, grab 2 shares of free stock after you've opened your account. Furthermore, you throw in $100, they'll give you 2 additional free shares. 4 shares of free stock for putting in $100 into your account. That's it. Period. End of story. And then, by the way, you can take your $100, you can trade it into cryptos, you can buy some additional stocks, you can do whatever you want with it. The point is, go to the video description right now. Do what I've done. Do what many other MGTOW have done. Go right now to the video description. All right, back on topic. The business I'm talking about is trading. Trading stocks, trading cryptos, trading options, trading futures. You know, when I say futures, I'm talking about precious metals. You can talk about agricultural products. You can talk about industrial products, etc. The point is that this is not investing when I talk about trading. This is not buy and hodling for years and hoping that I can cash out at some vague point in the future. I'm going to cash out in 8 years, or I'm going to cash out when it gets to $1 million, or whatever it might be. This is about you taking control and operating a business of speculating on market moves in various asset types. And this is the key. Here's the benefit. You can cash out when you want. You can start setting up regular cash payments. I don't know about you. I got to pay my electric bill every month. I don't know about you. I have regular ongoing monthly expenses. I can't wait 8 years, 12 and a half years, 1 year and 3 months to cash out. For me, I have regular ongoing expenses, and therefore I need to generate, that's right, get ready, cash flow. I bet you're like me. I presume if you're a MGTOW and you're living on your own, which I hope you are, you need to generate cash flow. Generating cash flow through trading is a great business to be in my opinion. I'm going to run through a very basic example. And by the way, again, go to the video description. I'm including three different books that I highly recommend that you take a look at on understanding trading. These are simple to follow. They got various ideas, etc. And by the way, do not invest a lot of money in courses and classes, etc. You can get these books from Amazon. It would cost you $100, less than $100 to buy all three. That would do far more for you than any course or whatever you get on. So again, very simple example. Do not do this. Just listen to me for a simple example. One, if you want to trade some stocks, start looking at big cap, what I'm going to call brand name stocks. You ever heard of General Electric? You ever heard of a Ford Motor Company? You know, you can buy Ford Motor Company. Yeah, a multi-billion-dollar company that's been around for, roughly 100 years at $9 a share. I think it's less than $9 a share right now. So you could buy 100 shares of Ford Motor Company for less than $1,000. I wouldn't consider $1,000 to start up a business a lot of money. So you could start looking at Ford. You could decide, Ford seems to be at a low point here. I think I'll buy 100 shares of Ford. And let's see, maybe I could set a price target of 10%. So in other words, I'm going to speculate that Ford will go up 10%. So I buy it at $9. I'm going to speculate it'll go up to $9.90, 10%. Man, you get a 10% return on your money in a relatively short time. That's amazing. That is fantastic. I'm not saying you're going to make $1 million here, but the point is that you're going to get your feet wet and you're going to get started enrolling in something simple. General Electric being another one. General Electric's trading at, $11. Now, before anybody says, well, hold it, we're only talking about a small amount of money here. Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. You know what? You don't have to buy 100 shares. You could buy 1,000 shares. You could buy 10,000 shares. If you really want to start making some money, you get the idea. You can start slowly because specifically what you're going to do is you're going to start trading small and you're going to start trading often. Now, when I say often, I'm not talking about daily. I'm not talking about day trading. Okay, I bought it 9:30 this morning and I'm selling at 2 in the afternoon. No, I'm talking about more swing trading type thing. Okay, I'm buying it on a Tuesday and maybe I'm selling it next Thursday. You can also use things like options. I've talked about options before. Again, see the video description. I include a very basic, simple book on using options. The point is that you're going to start trading small, you're going to start trading often, and you will get real world experience running the perfect business. Now, before anybody starts screaming about taxes, oh my God, this is going to create such hassle with taxes. Listen to me carefully. Americans, listen to me carefully. Do this type of thing in a Roth IRA. A Roth IRA. It doesn't cost you anything to create a Roth IRA. You can go to WeBull right now and open a Roth IRA. It costs you no money to open it. They charge no commissions to trade. And oh, by the way, there are 0 tax consequences for trading within a Roth IRA. 0, none. Gentlemen, this is the perfect business for MGTOW that want FU money. Let me quickly finish by saying, look, if you want FU money, you're going to have to take some risk, period. If you want to work to your 70, forget all this. Click off now. Keep your money in the bank. It's okay. I've talked about personality types, but if you want to do something that makes your life different, that sets you apart as being a man among men, you're going to move forward. You're going to do things that are going to be a little bit uncomfortable, that people are going to say, oh, you're stupid. You're crazy. No, you're not, because you're a MGTOW and you're a man going your own way, right? All right, gentlemen, hit the like button if you found this profitable. Go to the video description for the educational materials. As always, John Galt out.